Buddy Frankenstein, like, yeah, he was holding his
You and Top 5, y'all both
bro, let me ask you a question,
hell no.
I seen some crazy shit, bro. You familiar with these Hebrew Israelites, ISUPK dudes? They had a white lady and a white kid about 1920 telling them they gotta repent for their sins and kissing their boots, bro. It pissed me off.
What do you mean?
The bottom. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Citrus, bring the bottle back for Act.
Bro, for real though, how did it pissed me off?
I don't know. I don't know anything about that, honestly. It's about the Drewski video?
No.
Oh, shout out to Drewski.
He's like the least Jewish Jew.
It hasn't uploaded because I'm not on Wi-Fi.
I want to know what the people feel about that shit. I'm gonna sit with me.
I don't even know my Wi-Fi. Let me see if I can get extra.
Crazy, bro.
Yo, I was telling him that Vlad wasn't Russian because of the Charleston stuff. Because this in Charleston said stuff about Jews and he's cool.
I'm cool with Jews too.
So you're not like real pro-Jewish?
Hey, what come in?
Yeah, I am. I love Jewish people. I'm Jewish. I celebrate holidays.
So you let somebody disrespect it and you don't?
It's not that.
Like, you ever had a bar mitzvah?
No, but I'm gonna get one eventually.
Can you
want to perform? I get a Drake got. You know the Hell Yeah Fucking Right video? That was a bar mitzvah. Like Drake got it like 20.
That's a video shoot.
Drake got it like 25, 26. You can get a re-mitzvah.
So
I would do a mitzvah. And no, I don't respect it, but I do think there's people that give Jewish people a bad name, and I think the problem is, bro. The people out there that give the Jewish people the bad name, they're soulless and they do fucked up shit, and I don't fuck with that. I'm a human being. I got people that watch
Jewish people.
I got people that watch you that are Muslim, that are black, that are Mexican. I don't care what you are. But my thing is, I stand for people that watch me and fuck with me. I don't really care. Like, I'm a human being at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But
your all lives matter type of guy.
He's PR trained. I love that.
I am.
I'm not really not PR trained. No. I look at you right here.
Yo, that was the greatest example you got. It's like when you're like, yo, you racist. I'm like, nah, my best friend black.
Yeah, exactly. You're literally sitting in the middle.
He say monkey and shit.
Alright, Shalom. Call Layim La Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh, Ba'Shem HaKadosh. Double honors unto our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And much peace and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel. Alright. What you just saw was this clip posted by Captain Tazariak of the ISUPK, which was a clip from a stream from this dude Adin Ross, right? A so-called Jew, you know who, right? Small Hatter, one of the biggest streamers of today, who has a very, very big audience, especially with the younger crowd. And he's up here with DJ Academics, Tekashi 6ix9ine, and this dude Wack 100, which I've done videos on in the past, and other brothers and elders have done videos on in the past, and it's becoming more and more evident that this guy is an agent, right? There's a mountain of evidence showing that this dude is a confidential informant, and he has been, I should say, for some time now. Okay, you just look at, if you know this guy and you just follow the things he's a part of and does within the secular world of music and the so-called hip-hop culture, it's clear he's an informant. And his association with Adam 21, who was another agent, okay? But these, which more than likely, the way these people get involved and tied up with Esau, and basically they're forced to do these type of things because Esau has dirt on them, okay? And in order for them to evade arrest and sentencing, they have to turn state. They have to become a confidential informant and do things they become a puppet or a pawn of whatever intelligence agency or three-letter agency that has, dirt on them. Okay? And this was a clear clip of him doing something he was told to do, which they mentioned Drewski. They mentioned the Drewski, you have Tekashi 6ix9ine in the middle. He mentioned that Drewski clip. No, I think Adin mentioned it first. Yeah, Adin mentioned it first with the clip, which Drewski is another one who was told, which we know about Drewski. He was at the Diddy parties, so he's tied into that same ring. He's got dirt on him. Charleston White already exposed that Adin Ross, gets dirt on people and pulls them into his ring. That's how this whole world. This how the world works, okay? All right. But anyways, this dude Wack 100, he brought up. It's clear this was a setup. Whether this was rehearsed or not by all of these guys, or between Adin and Wack 100, it's clear that Wack 100 was told to say this, and the way he said it, it looks very rehearsed. Okay, but he mentioned this guy Captain. He mentioned the Hebrew Israelites, and he mentioned ISUPK. Okay. And he tried to do a quick little smear campaign. Right? And of course with the whole sensationalism of the boot. Because that's like the most sensationalizing thing you can find of the Hebrew Israelites on the streets, right? That's something, that is supposed to infuriate the so-called white man, right? Captain Cesare, this dude Wack 100 thought he had something there. But it's clear that Adin Ross deflected. He deflected the question because he went into defense mode. He felt a need to defend the small hatters. Okay, because if let's run it back. Let's run it back one more time.
You in top 5. Hey, bro, let me ask you a question.
Hell no,
I seen some crazy shit, bro. You familiar with these Hebrew Israelites, ISUPK dudes? They had a white lady and a white kid about 1920 telling them they gotta repent for their sins and kissing their boots, bro. It pissed me off.
What do you mean?
At the bottom. That's what I'm saying.
Huh?
Like a fucking coon. It pissed me off. I just want to let you know it hurt me as a black man. It hurt me, so I know it hurt you, right?
Hey, Citrus, bring the bottle back for Act.
Bro, for real though, how did it piss me off?
I don't know. I don't know anything about that, honestly. It's
My first thing he says, I don't know, right? Of course he knows about the Hebrew Israelites. Come on, man, cut it out. That's not even convincing, bro. But then right after this, he's gonna mention the Drewski skit.
The Drewski video?
No.
Oh, shout out to Drewski.
See, he just mentioned the Drewski videos, but at the same time, you don't know. So that was your first ever hearing about the Hebrew Israelites when Drewski did a video on it. Come on, give me a fucking break.
So he's like the least Jewish Jew. It hasn't uploaded because I'm not on Wi-Fi.
I want to know what the people feel about that shit, bro. I'm gonna sit with me.
I don't even know my Wi-Fi. Let me see if I can get extra.
Crazy, bro.
Yo, I was telling him that Vlad wasn't right because of the Charleston stuff. Because Charleston said something about Jews and he's cool.
I'm cool with Jews too.
So you're not like real pro-Jewish?
Hey, what it coming?
See, Wack 100 asking, you're not real pro-Jewish. So Wack 100, knowing that he's a small hatter, was expecting him to get very upset and rage against the Israelites because they're the so-called Jews, right? So us as so-called Negroes, as well as the so-called Latinos and Native Americans, right? Because it's not a color thing. Acknowledging ourselves as Israelites, he's throwing that in Adin Ross' face to make Adin upset. So he's like, oh, you're not real pro-Jewish? Meaning like this don't make you mad. You're not gonna defend this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I am. I love Jewish people. I'm Jewish. I celebrate holidays.
So you gonna let somebody disrespect it and you don't?
It's not that.
He said you're gonna let somebody disrespect. But this is the whole thing. This shows you that this whole anti-Sem thing is being prepared to come against us, right? Because you got all different types of groups and people that can be called anti-Sem. which is Shem. There's many nations within the lineage of Shem. Arabs are Shemitic, Chinese people are Shemitic, Japanese people are Shemitic, East Indian people are Shemitic, so-called Negroes are Shemitic, Latinos are Shemitic, so-called white people, all so-called white people are Shemitic. First and foremost, okay? But they want to call many people, a lot of people of these same nations I mentioned, the small hatters, the Zionists, want to call them anti-Sem. And we're Sem. What they call Sem, right? But they want to make the number one anti-Semmers, Israelites. We're going to be deemed as the number one anti-Sem because we're calling them out as imposters. You have the Muslim world or the Arab world, they want to call anti-Sem, but they're not necessarily calling themselves Israelites and the small hatters imposters. They're just calling them out as the devil, which they are the devil. Okay? Or you have the neo-Nazis and the Aryan Brotherhood and whatnot calling the small hatters out for their wickedness. But they're not calling themselves Israelites for the most part. You see, so they're gonna come at us the hardest, and this is the topic of discussion that they are trying to push into mainstream more and more, so that it can get this demonization rolling. But at the end of the day, this is just the Lord moving the pieces on the chessboard. These people are controlled. These are just pawns. Okay, this is like a mini chessboard with Wack 100 and Adin Ross there, But the Lord is the one moving the pieces. So as we're gonna get this is really set up so that the Lord can push this truth to the forefront. Okay, just like you have chess pieces, which is funny we're talking about the chess pieces because these people are controlled by Freemasons, and one of the main symbols of Freemasonry is the black and white checkerboard. And they understand that as the elites of the world, they control both sides of the chess piece. So they set up people to play the black piece, the so-called bad piece, and they set up people that are the so-called white piece, what they call black hat, white hat. So you have people within Freemasonry that represent evil. You got Israelite leaders that are tied in with Freemasonry, and they play the bad guy, okay? And then you got other people that set up that play the white piece or the good guy, but they're both demons. They both meet up in the same lodges. They both partake in the same rituals, right? Because Esau does a thing called Hegelian dialectic, order out of chaos, right? Good example of that is this guy, I forget his name, but who did that movie when they were saving the children. I forgot, came out about a year or two ago. And they were saving the children. It was supposed to be about trafficking and whatnot. The same dude, Cavalier, whatever his name is. He played JC in The Passion of the Christ. But you look that dude up, he's a Freemason. Right? I believe he's a knight. I forget of what order. But it's something you can look up. He's a knight. I want to say he's it doesn't matter. He belongs, he's a Freemason. Whether it's a Knight of Malta or a Knight, I believe it's a Knight of Templar. Okay? So again, at the end of the day, it's the Most High controlling the chess pieces. The Most High is controlling these elites, controlling these Freemasons, controlling these Zionists. But Freemasonry is a control system of the super elite, which are the small hatters. the banking cartels. Adin's people.
Like, you ever had a bar mitzvah?
No, but I'm gonna get one eventually.
You want
to perform? I can get a great guy. You know the Hell Yeah Fucking Right video? That was bar mitzvah. Like jerk out of like 20.
Some video shoot.
Jerk out of like. He's just totally deflecting the question. He's not. Now they talking about Drake getting a bar mitzvah. They just completely swerve the question.
25, 26. You can get a re-mitzvah.
So
I would do a mitzvah. No, I don't respect it, but I do think there's people that give Jewish people a bad name, and I think the problem is, bro. The people out there.
See that? You see Wack 100. You see how he just did it because he sees that Adin didn't fall for the bait. Adin didn't take the bait. Now Adin is going into defending himself and defending other small hatters. Why is that? Wack 100 didn't attack the small hatters. He's trying to defend. He's trying to attack the Israelites, but Adin still feels the need to defend his own people, while at the same time coming against his people and saying that a lot of them are soulless, right? Because he's trying to play the white hat. He's trying to play like, oh yeah, some of them are bad, but I'm not with that. He's trying to get out in front of it. And why does he feel the need to do that? Because he knows that his people are not the true people. He knows that what the Israelites are saying for the most part are true. What ISUPK preaches for the most part is facts. And you got some people within that group that are sincere, but I believe that their heads are sold out. I believe Captain Tazariak sold out too. All right, it's clear that this dude at 100 is an agent. So why is Captain Tazariak so up his ass? Maybe Wack 100 got dirt on you, Tazariak. Could that be the case? Time will tell.
I give the Jews with a bad name. They're soulless and they do fucked up shit, and I don't fuck with that. I'm a human being. I got people that like.
Yeah, sure. How did you get to where you are, Adin? By doing effed up shit.
Jewish people?
I got people that watch you that are Muslim, that are black, that are Mexican. I don't care what you are. But my thing is, I stand for people that watch me and fuck with me. I don't really care. Like, I'm a human being at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But
he's defending himself like he's on trial. When Wack 100 is trying to put the Israelites on trial. But that goes to show you how powerful this truth is. Adin is on the back foot for what? Because as the scriptures say, the wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are as bold as a lion.
All lives matter type of guy.
He's PR trained. I love that.
You see it, Tekashi 6ix9ine called his ass out on the sneak tip. Tekashi said he's PR trained. So even Tekashi 6ix9ine can see that this dude is going into acting mode, man. Talk about I'm good. Just run it back. You see what Tekashi said?
That are Mexican, I don't care what you are. But my thing is, I stand for people that watch me and fuck with me. I don't really care. Like, I'm a human being at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But
your all lives matter type of guy.
He's PR trained. I love that.
You see that? He's PR trained. Hey, Tekashi 6ix9ine a fool, boy. He a fool. But you can, anybody, with a brain could see through this dude Adin, man. But that just goes to show you how stupid Wack 100 is. And these niggas gonna die a horrible death, man. They're gonna have shame in the afterlife for everlasting shame in the world to come. Okay?
They're not PR trained. You're right here.
See, and he tried to deny that. He tried to, no, I'm not PR trained. And you see Tekashi just laughing. He laughed like, yeah, sure.
That was the greatest example you got.
It's still clowning them. That's a great example of Black Lives Matter. You see? But this is just, I don't want to make this too long, man. But this is just showing you where we at right now, man. The times. This topic of discussion is not going away. It's going to be had more and more. in an attempt to demonize us. And again, you have agents among us that are set up to help forward that. But at the end of the day, this is the Lord's program. This is the Lord's movie. And the Lord is making this happen. So you're going to have these false prophets and agents within Israel, get this topic of discussion going more and more. But this is going to help the elect be sealed. This is going to help the true prophets of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, which are our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and the brothers on down, be seen, become more visible. Right? Because you're going to have people that are truly interested in this topic of discussion, and they're going to do a deep dive. And once they break the surface level of the ISUPKers and the IUICers, they're going to come across the GMS videos, and it's going to make sense to them. They're gonna go past that black power shit. They're going to dig a little deeper. They're going to see this is not a color thing. Right? They're going to see the different topics we're bringing out. They're going to see the prophecies and linking it with current events. They're going to see we really have the answers. And whether they convert openly or whether they remain secret disciples, if they're of the elect, they're going to be sealed, man. And the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is going to be magnified. You see? So this is just showing you where we at in prophecy, how close we are to the end. Because Adin Ross has a huge platform. So even though he deflected the conversation and it seemed like they didn't mention it or talk about it long, people heard that. And again, they mentioned the Drewski thing. You're going to have people get sealed off that too. Okay? So Esau, you can keep playing these games, right? As a matter of fact, I had a conversation with a so-called 33-degree, well, he's told me he was past 33-degree Freemason, okay, not that long ago. Which, Lord, will I come back and do another video on it? But he told me they talk about Hebrew Israelites in the lodge. So Esau definitely knows about us. They know, what's going on. All right, but this is 2 Corinthians 13:8. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. You see? So, no matter what, man, this truth is gonna be forwarded. Whether you try to come against it, whether you try to demonize it, you're just making it more and more visible. And that shows you that there's no such thing as free will. That shows you that Most High is the one that's truly in control. That shows you can't upset prophecy. That shows you how, even though the world is given into the hand of the wicked, at the end of the day, he has no power when it comes to the spirit. Just like you watch the Avengers, I believe that's Infinity War with Thanos. You got the Doctor Strange as Esau, right? You have their Project Looking Glass and their ability to try to look into the future and do certain scenarios to try to upset prophecy. But no matter what they do, the inevitable, it always happens. Which is Thanos gonna snap, he gonna get them stones and he gonna snap them fingers. Which is that's Yahushua. Okay? So that's pretty much it. That's all I really wanted to say. Lord willing, it was edifying with that. I'm gonna say shalom.